Hello everyone, this is going to be a general lesson on vectors. By the end of this video you should be able to express vectors in terms of other vectors on the diagram, and you should be able to understand how to work with vectors and ratios. We'll discuss ratios a little bit more next week, but for now let's look at vectors. In the last one we discussed that this vector is going to be 3 across to the right and 2 up, which is 3, 2. We can do this in terms of other vectors on the diagram. So if OAB is a triangle and we're told that OA is A and OB is B, then what is AB going to be? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do something called a journey. We start at A and we have to go this way and we need to go this way. So we can say that AB is equal to minus OA, right? Also known as, you can write AO if you want, plus OB. Okay, it's going to be minus A because it's going in the opposite direction to where A is going. So even though the scalars are the same, the vector is negative. And then it's going to be plus B because we're going across B. And so our answer is minus A plus B. Let's look at another example. So for this example, we are told that DE is 4A, EF is 6B, so DF is just going to be D to E plus E to F, right? So we're going through here, and then we're going through here, which is the same as writing 4A plus 6B. And that's our final answer. Notice how I'm writing my notation. Some examiners are very strict and you can lose all of your marks if you do not write it in this notation. So you're not underlining your B's and you need to put an arrow over your letters to represent that it's a vector going in that direction. What about if we have to work with ratios? So for this one, we're told DF and FG is in the ratio 2 to 3, right? So what is the vector DG going to be in terms of A and B? Well, we know that DF to FG is the same as writing 2 to 3 is the same as writing that, which means that DF over FG is the same as 2 over 3. And so now all we need to do is make FG the subject, and when we do that, FG is going to be 3 over 2 times DF. So, I'll write this up here in a different color now. FG, just a second. There we go. Is going to be 3 over 2 times 4A plus 6B, okay? 3 over 2 times 4 is 6. 2 over 3 plus times 6 is going to be 9. So our final answer is 6A plus 9B. What about something like this though? Let's use everything that we've learnt so far to work out what all of these are. So we're told that a to x is a, and we're told y to c is b. So x to y, what's that going to be? Well, all right. First, we need to know what each of these are. So if a to x is a midpoint, then it means that ax is equal to xb. Yeah? So let's label that as a. Now, this is where it gets a bit challenging, but still the same thing. We know that by over yc is equal to 2 over 1. And so therefore, don't ever forget the arrows, we can say that by is equal to 2 times yc, which is just equal to 2b. Okay, so now we know that x to y is just going to be, now I'm going to write this here, x to y is just going to be x to b plus b to y, which is equal to a plus 2b. That's our final answer. What about y to d? Well, because this is a parallelogram, and we'll talk a bit more about parallel lines later, these two vectors are going to be equal, and likewise with these two. So this is also equal to, if a to b is equal to d to c, which is equal to 2a. So let's label that 2a. And so therefore, yd is going to be equal to yc plus cd, which is equal to b plus, but this time we're going in the opposite direction. So it's going to be minus. Well done if you spotted that at home. And that's it. That's all we need to leave it as. B minus 2a. And it's the same thing when we're working out d to x. I'll use a different color again. We know that dx is going to be dA plus a to x, excuse me. And we know that because it's a parallelogram, AD is going to be BC, which is going to be 3b. And so therefore, this is just minus 3b plus a, and that's our final answer, minus 3b plus a. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel a lot. If you have any burning questions or comments, ask me down below or join my Discord server if it's something that you need help with and clarity with. If you guys want to pass your exams as fast as possible, drop me an email and we can organise a meeting and a quote and I can tutor you. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.